Guys, um, so I found something really interesting. Um, George Washington supposedly had a visitation from an angel. It was a vision. And this was back in 1890 something, I believe. Don't quote me, but you guys can look it up. And when I actually looked it up, Snopes, you know that website Snopes, that couple runs it from their basement or started in their basement. I don't know. I don't listen to them, but they say that it's false. But I'm going to read it and then see what you guys have to say. It's pretty. He had this vision while he used to go and pray at Valley Forge. And he said, after about a half an hour of being in prayer, he started having this vision. So this is how it's laid out. The first great peril. It says, presently I heard a voice saying, Son of the Republic, look and learn. While at the same time my visitor extended an arm eastward. I now beheld a heavy white vapor at some distance rising fold upon fold. This gradually dissipated, and I looked upon a strange scene. Before me lay, spread out in one vast plain, all the countries of the world, Europe, Asia, Africa, and America. I saw rolling and tossing between Europe and America the billows of the Atlantic, and between Asia and America lay the Pacific. Son of the Republic, said the mysterious voice, as before, look and learn. At that moment I beheld a dark, shadowy being like an angel standing, or rather floating in midair. Between Europe and America. So he's hearing this voice, and then he sees this like dark, shadowy angel floating in midair. Between Europe and America, dipping water out of the ocean in the hollow of each hand, he sprinkled some upon America with his right hand, while with his left he cast some over Europe. Immediately a cloud arose from these countries and joined in mid-ocean. For a while it remained stationary, and then it moved slowly westward until it enveloped America in its murky folds. Sharp flashes of lightning gleamed through it at intervals, and I heard the smothered groans and cries of the American people. Second great peril. A second time the angel dipped water from the ocean and sprinkled it out as before. The dark cloud was then drawn back to the ocean, in whose heavy billows it sank from view. A third time I heard the mysterious voice saying, Son of the Republic, look and learn. I cast my eyes upon America and beheld villages and towns and cities springing up one after another until the whole land from the Atlantic to the Pacific was dotted with them. Again I heard the mysterious voice say, Son of the Republic, the end of the century comes, look and learn. And this time the dark shadowy angel turned his face southward. From Africa I saw an ill-omened specter approach our land. It flitted slowly and heavily over every town and city of the latter. The inhabitants presently set themselves in battle array against each other. That sounds kind of like slavery. I'm not sure. As I continued looking, I saw a bright angel on whose brow rested a crown of light, on which was traced the word Union. He was bearing the American flag. He placed the flag between the divided nation and said, Remember, you are brethren. Instantly, the inhabitants, casting down their weapons, became friends once more and united around the national standard. I'm not sure what the national standard is or how people looked upon it back in Washington's time. I don't know, but again, I heard the mysterious voice saying, Son of the Republic, look and learn. At this, the dark shadowy angel placed a trumpet to his mouth and blew 3 distinct blasts. And taking water from the ocean, he sprinkled it upon Europe, Asia, and Africa. Third and most fearful peril. Then my eyes beheld a fearful scene. From each of these continents arose thick black clouds that were soon joined into one. And throughout this mass there gleamed a dark red light, by which I saw hordes of armed men. These men, moving with the cloud, marched by land and sailed by sea to America, which country was enveloped in the volume of cloud. and I dimly saw these vast armies devastate the whole country, and the villages, towns, and cities which I had seen springing up, as my ears listened to the thundering of the cannon, clashing of the swords, and the shouts and cries of millions in mortal combat. I heard again the mysterious voice saying, "Son of the Republic, look and learn." Where the voice had ceased, the dark, shadowy angel placed his trumpet once more to his mouth and blew a long and fearful blast. Instantly, a light as of 1,000 suns shone down from above me and pierced and broke into fragments the dark cloud which enveloped America. At the same time, the angel upon whose head still shone the word Union, and who bore our national flag in one hand and a sword in the other, descended from the heavens attended by legions of white spirits. These immediately joined the inhabitants of America, who I perceived were well nigh overcome, but who immediately, taking courage again, closed up their broken ranks and renewed the battle. Again, amid the fearful noise of the conflict, I heard the mysterious voice saying, "Son of the Republic, look and learn." As the voice ceased, the shadowy angel for the last time dipped water from the ocean and sprinkled it upon America. Instantly, the dark cloud rolled back, together with the armies it had brought, leaving the inhabitants of the land victorious. Then once more I beheld the villages, towns, and cities springing up where I had seen them before, while the bright angel planting the azure standard, I don't know what that is, the azure standard, he had brought in the midst of them, cried with a loud voice, "While the stars remain, and the heavens send down dew upon the earth, so long shall the Union last." And taking from his brow the crown on which blazoned the word Union, he placed it upon the standard, while the people kneeling down said, "Amen." So I don't know if that last part was talking about the war that's coming, and then a long trumpet blows, and then the angels come down. Maybe the Lord didn't show him the rapture, but kept showing a war. I don't know. I don't even know if this is, it sounds authentic. It sounds authentic. I don't know, but I think maybe the last part of it, he might have just, or maybe the soldier that he told the story to, might have embellished it a little bit or added a few things at the end right here. But so it says, the interpretation: the scene instantly began to fade and dissolve, and I at the last saw nothing but the rising, curling vapor I first beheld. This also disappeared, and I found myself once more gazing upon the mysterious visitor, who, in the same voice I had heard before, said, "Son of the Republic, what you have seen is thus interpreted. 3 great perils will come upon the Republic. The most fearful for her is the third, but the whole world united shall not prevail against her. Let every child of the Republic learn to live for his God, his land, and Union." With these words, the vision vanished, and I started from my seat and felt that I had seen a vision wherein had been shown me the birth, the progress, and the destiny of the United States. So, that was it. And I'll leave it up to you guys. I just thought it was interesting that this was published in the 1800s and then in 1950. And it was interesting, if it did happen, he called him Son of the Republic. So maybe he wasn't, saved at the time, but he was still praying. I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys. And I hope you're having a good night. Maybe some of you are already asleep. I've been having problems sleeping at night. So there's been some things going on around my home and in my home, and problems with people outside of my home, and so it's hard for me to fall asleep at night. And so if you can, just pray for me, say a prayer for me and my family, and I pray for you guys all the time as well.